Hey, good Tuesday morning, my friends. This is MLive Chief Meteorologist Mark Torregrossa. The main theme here in weather from today, Tuesday, through Friday, is that there will be a frontal system stretched across Michigan, sparking clumps of thunderstorms in certain locations, and those locations will move somewhat. I'll show that to you in just a moment here. Frontal system, let's back up to that. What is that? A frontal system is an area where a wind direction of one direction hits a wind direction of another direction. A classic example is a cold front, a strong cold front, which we'll have on Friday, and southwesterly winds ahead of the cold front are hit by northwesterly winds behind it. That causes a collision. Just think about if you were in a car, somebody driving to the northeast, another person driving southeast, eventually you're going to collide. That collision causes rising air, causes precipitation. So that's why a frontal system or frontal boundary draped across Michigan the next 4 days will be the focus for where the thunderstorms are, and we just have to track where that frontal boundary is. Here's a look at the current radar. Quite a nice area of rain moving generally to the northeast on the individual cells and to the east for the whole area, and dying as it goes, which is what the radar forecast shows should happen. So Grand Rapids, you're going to definitely get some rainfall because it's close enough that it won't erode away. Kalamazoo, iffy. It's real close if these will hold together by the time they get to Kalamazoo. Lansing and Jackson and Ann Arbor and Detroit and Flint, probably no. Saginaw, possibly. And then you get up into the northern half of lower Michigan, and yeah, you'll probably get some rain out of this morning. Here's the radar forecast, and it's been doing pretty well every hour at showing where the area of rain will be going. This is 9 o'clock in the morning. Okay, and don't use it as an exact placement. Don't look at it and say, oh, okay, I'm right there, I'm not going to get rain. You got to look at it as more of a general, close enough type thing. And where you use it is in the south, you're not going to get rain, and in the north, you will. And there are some borderline areas. So this is 10 o'clock, 11 o'clock, noon. The rain area continues to dwindle, but probably hanging into early afternoon. And, you know, there could be some areas in here that see a couple of hours of rainfall. That would be much needed. That area dissipates. We go into 4 o'clock this afternoon, and then it'll leave an outflow boundary, and everything is showing another patch of thunderstorms developing in the southern part of the state. Jackson, Ann Arbor, Detroit area, Oakland County, maybe Flint, maybe parts of the Thumb, and moving toward the southeast there. So 2 rounds of thunderstorms today. Now you'll see in the model as we go into the future tomorrow. Okay, here's the frontal boundary again. Here's the warm air feeding in from the south, very warm air. Here's what I'm calling the mother storm. And the mother storm will be kicking out us on Friday, and that gives us all a widespread chance of rain. But for tomorrow, that frontal boundary is sneaking back north as a warm front. This is Thursday morning. I'm sorry. Sorry for the shakiness. My wrist is going there. All right, so this is Thursday morning. So here's the frontal boundary, and here's the main storm, and it's starting to lift the warm front up back into the area, so we could have thunderstorms again on Thursday. And then here's the cold front. Here's the storm center, the cold front draping down. This is Friday morning, and it sweeps through by Friday evening. So that's why I say the next 4 days we're going to have batches of thunderstorms around. Not everywhere and not all day. Still these 1 to 2 hours in any one spot. Yes, let's hope your area gets some rain in Bad Axe today. Everybody's pretty well very parched. High temperatures today, upper 80s in places with high humidity too. High temperatures for Wednesday, 80s, southern half lower, than 70s, then 60s, then 50s. Does that sound like fall to you? Yes, it does to me. All right, Thursday's a little bit cooler as the warm front sinks back to the south. We get into a little northeasterly wind, so that'll hold temperatures down into the 70s in a lot of places. And then Friday, as the cold front approaches, it pulls the warm air back into southeast Michigan, at least, into the 80s. Other spots in the 70s and quite humid. And as we go into the weekend, a touch cooler for Saturday warming back Sunday, and back to 80 in a lot of places on Monday. And do you think there's a good chance of warmer than normal temperatures in the next 6 to 10 day forecast, September 15th to 19th? That's an 80% chance of warmer than normal temperatures across the middle part of the country. So yes, a good chance that we will be warmer than normal. And I do have to continually remind you that the average high temperature now is going down a degree about every 2 to 3 days. So by the time we get to that period, our average highs will be about 70 at the Mackinac Bridge to 75 in the southern part of Lower Michigan. So above normal temperatures doesn't mean hot, but I think in this case we'll have some 80s, we'll have some 85s. We could even sneak out an 89 or 90 degree day at some point next week. Hey, good morning, Kelly Frick, fellow MLiver. So there's your forecast. 2 batches of showers and storms today. Isolated severe. And remember, the definition of severe weather is a 58-mile-an-hour wind gust or higher, 1-inch hail in diameter or greater, or, of course, a tornado is always a severe weather report, although we don't expect that this would be a situation that would produce a tornado. But you know what I found in the fall? Some of these weather situations that summer comes in fall, just sometimes all bets are off on isolated nature type things. You don't get a widespread situation, but you get isolated things that can be quite severe. So we'll keep an eye on that for you here on MLive. Thanks for joining me on the MLive Morning Weather Update. Hey, hit the share button so everybody knows what we're doing here on MLive. I appreciate all the comments this morning, and I'll keep you updated this afternoon if we do indeed get into severe weather. Again, I think it's going to be isolated if it happens, and it'll be in the southeast part of the state, Ann Arbor, Detroit, the Thumb. Otherwise, get ready for another summer-like day. I'm MLive Chief Meteorologist Mark Torregrossa. Have yourselves a great day.